I hope everyone had a great Christmas and preparing for the new year we've been waiting for, guys. The new year. I'm going to get into some things later. Savior sent me, well, actually, we did a video chat earlier today, me and her, to say she's a happy camper. Nope. But, that can all change just like that. And I was glad she vented to me. I was glad that she got it off her chest. And what we have to do is work on just staying positive. I, on Christmas Day, kept checking my messages. I bet I went there more Christmas Day than I go there usually in a whole week to check on my email. But nothing was there. But I'd be willing to bet you that these people who are supposed to be our loved ones, our leaders, are taking care of us. If we took care of kids the way our leaders are taking care of us, there wouldn't be no kids. I mean, and I'm not saying that in a disrespectful way. It's just that I've never seen people who can lie so freely, so much as the hat. I mean, it's getting to the point that if his lips are moving, he's lying. But that's my opinion. And let's remember, we all have the right to an opinion. That's why we speak in code here. That's why we do what we do here. But I do want to talk about the children before we play the music, do the prayer, and say the Pledge of Allegiance. The children. I noticed over the weekend, I just noticed it the other day, Dana1111 posted on my Telegram, happy birthday, Renee. Renee, if I missed your birthday, I'm sorry, happy birthday. And then told Super Jimmy that they're coming, and they're coming very soon. And since this is a movie, I'm going to say, Jimmy, they're coming real soon to a theater near you, because this movie cannot continue. It cannot continue. And I'm going to go into detail what I mean by that when I go into the adult version. But just remember, it's there. They're there. They're ready. And we're going to get mommy on one and you as soon as we possibly can. Patriot 11. Me and Ron's been doing a lot of talking about a good place for a ranch. And actually, it's a place where I kind of grew up. We moved from this little town of Buckingham when Ron was in the military in Germany and France. My brother Russ was in Vietnam, and we moved to a farm about 8 miles from us. And I got looking at it the other day. I went out there, and if you know the song, the old place don't look the same. It doesn't. The house is gone. It's just a farm now. It's got a couple of farm buildings, but can easily be taken down. But I know the people who own it. Their family, and they don't want to farm really anymore. So it'll be a good investment once this is done, that we can purchase that land, and it's got trees that run around the baseline. We can get more trees in there. We can put paths. You go farther enough over, about a half a mile into the west, riding, and there's a creek where you can ride along the creek bank up to a dirt road. Yeah, there's still dirt roads in this world. And we just think that could be a great spot for me and Ron to build a new house, a couple new houses, whatever, and also put up the barns and all that, everything we need, some housing, so if people come and want to spend the night there, they can, and just have it a nice ranch where we have the horses and that. Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt Earp, I can't say enough about your mom. I don't know you guys really that well. Your mom don't talk about you that much. She's too busy taking care of you guys and your family. And for that, I commend her. I think she's an amazing woman. Patriot Princess, our little queen, our ball player, and Patriot Hunter with Janet Taylor. You're so lucky to have her for a grandma. Patriot little Leona with Mike. I just, every day I thank God that he's my friend. As I do all of yous, but Mike has got a little bit special place with Leona. in my heart and Ron's heart, you know, and then you have John, with Patriot Boogaloo and Boogaroo, and the college kids. I actually seen one of them the other night. I didn't get a chance to talk to him because we was at a party the Friday night before Christmas, and all through the house there was people stirring, and you couldn't get close enough to talk to people. And I was just wore out. I got up early that day to go babysit my grandkids, and I just actually I wanted to come home to Ron's house here and watch Illinois beat the heck out of Missouri in basketball, and they did. And that and yet we have my grandkids, Patriot super gymnasts, who we had Christmas dinner yesterday at my daughter's house. We celebrated it with the family with a meal the day after because she had to do it with her husband's family on Christmas. And Patriot super gymnast came down a little sick. I went over there today to check on her, and she's feeling better. And she's working, mommy and daddy. She's a smarty. She's gonna be 10 years old on March 10th, her golden birthday. And she's working, mommy and daddy. She got the iPad all day today because she's not feeling good and she had to lay down. And I said, I taught you well. I taught you well. Patriot, 7 little Liam. He's just, he's just a bundle of joy in that. And I got him a sweatshirt for Christmas with a baseball on it, and he just fell in love with it. I've been over there the last 2 days, and he's had it on both days, so makes Papa feel pretty good. Patriot, small Hank, and I got him a baseball for Christmas, and I got a case to put in it. And on the baseball, it tells him, to my grandson, and it goes on to say how amazing I think he is. I give Patriot 7 the same thing, but how amazing I think he is. And even though I won't be there forever, as long as he has this baseball, I'll always be in his heart. And he got so emotional. He come over and hugged me and literally cried on my shoulder for almost 5 minutes, and very, very, very loving, very, very emotional time. And it was like, wow. And then we got Patriot little monkey, who we're at the party yesterday, and she looks at me and she says, "You're my best friend in the whole world, Grandpa." And I said, "Well, you're my best friend in the whole world." And here's her grandmother, my ex-wife, sitting there like, and I swear when she said it, her jaw dropped down to her belly button. I looked around the room, and everybody in there's got smiles, not because of the mom, but just if you listen and you hear this little girl talk, you just listen to her talk and you fall in love with her. And then Patriot little Kira, who she's walking now, she's all over the place. John, I wanted to let you know that. Mike, I wanted to let you know that. I hope everything's going good with your grandkids and all the grandkids, all the kids, And I already mentioned Patriot little Leona, a special little girl in my heart, as all of them are. But when someone names a child after your mother, it's unbelievable. It was a hard day, Christmas. The loss of my little puppy, and people look at me like, well, but also it was the first Christmas without my great nephew and my brother-in-law. And now that takes care of the kids, and ending in the first Christmas without them two people, the nephew and the brother-in-law and my dog, takes me into what I want to talk a little bit about. Is there's a saying, shoot shit or get off the pot. And excuse me, children, for saying the S word, but I had to use that to actually emphasize. And it's time that our leaders do that. It's time that they quit lying to us. It's time that they quit deceiving us. Maybe they don't feel they're lying to us, but I don't know. I told you that we did Christmas dinner yesterday. I did Christmas dinner at my house with my son, my daughter-in-law, and 2 of my grandkids on Christmas Day. Ron wasn't feeling good, so I brought him a plate of food down here. And I had a great Christmas. I had great food. But tell me, what do you think the hat had? Do you think he had company over? Do you think he had whatever he wanted? Do you think he had to look at his credit card to wonder, when I buy this, is it going to bounce? No. And it's time that we get that way too. Now, talking to a very special Patriot savior today, we were talking about somebody of color. okay, who was president and for some reason likes the name Mike, or in other cases, Big Mike. And she was talking to me about pictures when they were younger of this individual with the Kennedy kids. Now, she said she was sending it over. She may have. I did not get a chance to look because, Savior, right after we got off the phone, bam, I went out like a light. I got that nap. And was it real? Was it photoed? I don't know. I will look later. But the whole thing is, she also came back to me, and I'm going to tell you some of the just. She is a very unhappy camper. And hey, she has every right to be unhappy. She has every right to be unhappy for the fact that she's tired of popcorn. She's tired of people not telling the truth. And now they're coming out with even more. As she said, the people who supposedly is running, supposedly in the eyes of the people whose eyes are shut, running this world, they commit crime after crime after crime after crime. Crime against humanity, crime against children, crime against everything you can possibly name possible. They keep saying how this person went and visited this sleepy man at that beautiful house that's white. And we know better than that. And I listen in lines, and people are getting so frustrated. The only people who's not getting frustrated now is the people here in Illinois that I know of who's getting gas now for $2.62 a gallon. And they think it's good. I just went over to get me and Ron something to drink before the show. And at the gas station, a guy, he bought a couple of things, and then he bought a couple of tickets. And then he said, "Oh, I had $175 gas out there." He drives a big truck. And he says that's cheap. It's usually $300 or $400. Thank goodness they lowered the price to $2.70 for his gas. He said when it was $400, it was $400 to fill up. I mean $4, it was $400 to fill up. And why are we living like this?
So maybe food won't cost as much right now.
Why are we doing what we're doing? Why? I don't know. My feelings is the people in charge, and I've said this many times, and just because I say this now, don't think that I'm negative. Don't think that I don't believe that this is done. I know this is done. I know in the bottom of my heart, I don't have the proof, but I have someone up above that I believe in with all my heart, and I know that he would not allow us to continue to go through this. He would not allow this to actually be good hats going against the color of the hat I got on, and they're just all of us playing us. Why? They had us where they wanted us. Why would they have to come out and do all of this now? We have the white hats. We have the good people, and we're going to see it soon. Now, from what I'm hearing indications, I believe they said it's the 7th on that new calendar would actually be the 25th. And what did I tell you? If it does not happen by Monday, the 25th of this month, that's what they're going to come out and say. Now we're talking this. Guys, I'm going to say the prayer. I'm going to say the prayer, I'm going to say the pledge, and I'm going to play the music, then I'm going to come back, and I'm going to talk about some other things. Dear Lord, as we come here tonight, we have people who, coming through the holiday season, everybody seems to be having a good time, but we have people who's not, who needs your help. Renee, other people need your help. There's so many people in this world, Lord, that need you to put an end to this movie and to get these magic beds going. But it's more so even than the magic beds, just to be there for them. Put an angel with them to guide them, to lead them, to show them everything will be okay. And let us know that all of the children is about ready to be 100%. Every child in the world needs to be 100% safe, sound, and loved. And we pray to you through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now, this is one thing that those of me that I heard today on
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again, just my children and my wife. I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. And I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free. And I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the USA. God bless the USA.
Oh, yes. Yes.
From the lakes of Minnesota
to the hills of Tennessee,
across the plains of Texas, oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to me, and I'd rather stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt this is God bless the USA. Next to you and defend her still today. 'Cause there ain't no doubt I love this land. God bless the
Yes, God bless the USA. I'm proud to be an American. I am. I tell you, there's no country I would rather live in. Now, what I was talking about, just before I did these three things, I was talking about how I believe 100%, and I do. I believe it's over. I believe we just have leaders. And I can understand a certain leader who's supposed to be so much smarter than everybody. I can understand that, him getting into a situation where everything that they put this man through. Is there any one of us here? Now listen to what I'm going to say, guys. I know you guys are over here talking, and that's fine. But is there any one of us here that wouldn't like to do the same thing and watch these people suffer the way they've made us suffer? But there was a show out several years ago, and this guy decided he had to beat his wife. And he did. And finally, one day, she said, enough. And she talked to some people. And she started taking karate or whatever you want to call it lessons. And the next time he came after her to beat her, she was ready. And she took care of matters. Now, we can't go and do the same thing like that to the leaders. But it's time we all say enough. You know, we know that Hat's the leader. We know that Dr. Charlie Ward is supposed to be up there. About a month and a half ago, I happened to join on that face page that's got a book with it. I happened to join a site thinking I was becoming a friend with Dr. Charlie Ward. Talk about the biggest phony. I've reported him at least 10 times. This guy, all he's doing is trying to get people's information to steal. He's always, do you know what the QFS is? Do you know what this is? Do you know what this is? Reply yes, and I will send you a link where he's just trying to get the, and the thing of it is, there's not just me, there's so many people on there. I mean, I point blank has come out and I've said, Dr. Charlie, if this is the real Dr. Charlie, send me a video chat. Send me a video chat and we'll video chat. And if I can see you and talk to you, I'll promote your site all over. He's yet to do it. It's phony. But here's another man who goes by a hat. And he's supposed to be smarter than the 10 smartest people in the world. And if he was playing chess, he'd be 10 moves ahead of them. But yet he can't figure out how to prove to them what happened in 2020. Are you kidding me? But if I went out and got a speeding ticket and I was going too much, which is kind of spooky when you talk about speeding tickets. I'm going to tell you a quick story in a minute. But if I was to do that and I'm going too much in the state of Illinois, they can throw me in jail for up to 2 to 3 days. And they would, because they're trying to make a point. If I was drinking and got caught driving, they can put me in jail for 2 to 3 days. But we can have other people that can commit treason after treason after treason after treason. And they just act like they're one of the Three Stooges. And that's an insult to the Three Stooges. Maybe they act like they're one of the Three Blind Mice. And it's an insult to them too, but the Three Stooges was my favorite comedy, my favorite cartoons and that, growing up. That was when cartoons were cartoons. They actually were played by people, not voices. Now, as I started playing the music, Proud to Be an American, Ron said something to me that's bothering him. And I want to share it with you. On Restored Republic today, he said that after the revaluation, within 5 days after the revaluation, the special beds, the miracle beds, would be ready to use. His question to me, to you, and to the world, if they're ready, why do we even have to wait till the revaluation? How many more people have to die before the hat and the military decide it's time to start saving our people? Let's make America great again. Let's do this. Let's do that. But let's just keep letting people die each and every day. Animals die each and every day while we just go and party and have the time of our lives. To say I'm disappointed, upset with them? No, I'm not. To say I'm disappointed, I can't even begin to tell you how much disappointment I have for the hat. I was speaking with Patriot Diane a little bit the last couple of days. What a special lady. And I was speaking with her, and I got thinking, wow, are they ever? I mean, I'll get a message from her, and if you know Diane with 2 N's, you know what I'm about to say is true. Even when she types you a message, you can tell her mood. And when she's in a good mood, you can tell she is just in a great mood. But when she's in a bad mood, you don't want to be within 100 yards of her. And now, Kurt, my friend, man, I can't wait to meet and have a drink with, even if it's just an iced tea. A diet, not a diet. I don't drink diet pop anymore because of what's in it. But even if it's just a glass of ice water, I look forward to sitting down with that man. He seems like an amazing man, and he puts up with Diane every day. Just teasing, sweetie. And then you have Myrna, everything that Myrna's went through. John with his grandchildren, everything. Michael with the baby that's got the, I believe it's a mark that God give her because she is such a special angel. You have so many kids that need help. Jimmy, his mom, Renee. There's so many people that need his help. Heck, there's probably not one person watching this show tonight that don't need these amazing, amazing beds. But we don't get them. But yet the hat keeps looking younger and younger every day. I'm not saying he's using them, you know, but, you know, it is what it is. So I don't think I'm doing too bad for the show tonight. For really didn't have a whole lot, but I mean, I don't need a whole lot. When I'm in a good mood, and I am, guys, I'm feeling good. I mean, Linda, if you're watching, I finally started to do a little walking, and I'm almost at 6,400 steps. I should get about 7,500. My goal is to get back up to 10,000 plus every day. And I was doing that before this last sickness, but Linda keeps track of me. Matter of fact, as I'm sitting here right now, Linda, I have my feet elevated. And then you have Mary Ann, who, sweetest lady in the world. I tell you, I just can't wait to meet her and give her a hug, you know, and then, you know, you have Diane with an E that is the grandmother of Patriot 11. I mean, guys, I could go on and on and on. And, you know, I see people, you know, Michael Gentry, and there's JK on here, Janet. Janet is almost every night the first person on my show. You have Ann and Curly. Now, I like that. You know, it's good to see you, Curly. I know you're not a lifetime, you know, since we started the show person, but I'm glad to see you here. Linda Scully, and she's always, I mean, guys, we have people that are just totally amazing. And, you know, we're going to get back to the Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and we might even do some on Tuesdays and Thursdays now that I'm feeling better. We'll see how things go. But I've missed so much. But, you know, the one person I really, really want to talk about here is Myrna. This lady, I really don't have words to explain what this lady has been through. But she just keeps going. And if you're friends with Myrna on Facebook, she's always putting pictures up. She's always putting something up that, man, it just hits right there, right on. So,
and she gives about the best happy birthday that you ever wanted.
yeah, and she gives a great happy birthday notification too, as Patriot6 is saying over there. So, Patriot Diane with 2 N's sent me this today. Upcoming the Hat Caucus rallies in the great state of Iowa. Dates, times, and ticket information below. 1-5, he'll be in Sioux Center, Iowa, SIOUX. 1-5 at 7:30. That's at 4. At 7:30, he'll be in Mason City. On 1-6, he'll be in Newton, and on 1-6, he'll also be in Clinton, Iowa. And I don't know if you guys have noticed it, but I've said a long, long time ago, I wanted that beautiful new house to be built in Illinois. It's centrally located and that. But let's face it, with the governors and the mayors that we've had in the state of Illinois, we stand about as much chance of that as a frog stands not bumping his butt when he jumps. But Iowa, I believe, is everybody's saying Texas, everybody's saying Florida, but why is he constantly, this man is constantly in Iowa. But what upsets me, and I did my little circle and the people don't like it. I don't even know what it means. Other people told me and I don't listen. I am who I am, and I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Beep, beep. But anyway, what I was going to say is I believe that's where that house is going to go. I know that just put a smile on Patriot Diane with two N's, but even her, guys, even her told me, it was either today or over the weekend, she's tired. And what else? As Ron says, I just said, I believe it's going to be in the state of Iowa. What else is in the state of Iowa? Everybody knows that Ron and me are tremendous sports fans. And if you build it, they will come, just like they did in the show, just like they are now. That place is one of the most visited places in the United States. They built a ball diamond in the middle of a cornfield. Why can't we build a beautiful house in the middle of a cornfield? And I'm going to tell you right now, I've always wanted to see the White House until I became a patriot. And what I hear about it now, I don't. But if they build a new one in the state of Iowa, I promise you I'll see it. Because if they build it, I will go.
Maybe we'll all get invited one day.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe how whoever wins the national champion this year in football, whoever wins Super Bowls, they always get invited to the White House. Now, we all know that for the past few years, the White House they're going to is in California. I don't know how they get these smart people to go to California to the White House and make them believe it's in Washington, D.C., but it is what it is. It is what it is. If they build it, I will go.
Well, they could come right up on the highway.
Yep. Yeah. The thing of it is, where they go to the White House, they don't have to really take a plane. They can drive right to it on the highway that's right out the back door in the backyard of where they have it now. Well, Ron's on fire over there tonight, I'm telling you. This was something that on December 26th was sent to me. I expect a great call from Bruce. Let's hope it's his last dance. That comes from Wolverine. Guys, a lot of things are happening right now, and it's all good news. It's all good news coming through right now. Let's stay grounded until we get the ghost sign. Guys, you hear the way I'm talking tonight. I'm positive, but I'm also negative. Okay? And isn't that what you need to keep your battery running? You need a positive, you need a negative, right? But we have to keep our vibrations up. We have to stay good. I mean, if you're talking individually to somebody and you want to get a little negative, so be it, so what? But when we're on the shows, as I said, guys, I said a week and a half ago, I said, it's done. And I believe that. I'm not going to change my mind. I'm not going to change my mind. I believe we're done. I believe it's done. I believe it's just I don't know. I don't know what to really believe, but for some reason they will not release it. Now, Bruce last night wasn't very long, but he was pretty informative. Bruce, he explained why it didn't go like he said it was on last Thursday night. Okay, he explained it, but he said there was great meetings just yesterday. He really expected something to happen in between night or today. Today's not over. Or this week. He really believes that. I don't think Bruce thinks he'll do another call where he has to tell us it'll be done. And you know what? I have been praying like I pray every day, a little harder on some occasions, that he's right. It's not about the money. Ha, ha, ha. Everybody can say it, but there's not one of us that isn't happy that there's going to be some money. Now, Patriot Savior told me today that on the 5th, the seniors are supposed to get the previous 3 months that we were supposed to get in a lump sum. I don't care if it's 10% of what we were supposed to get. I just want to see them do something. But that is a positive. They're also talking about the 7th, and I believe the 7th is also Christmas in the Ukraine.
It is
So that being said,
for certain people.
yeah, for certain people. That being said, we have that going for us. But there's, for all the negative that's going on out there. Hi, Gary. Robert, good to see you here. I'm just seeing other names that I haven't mentioned. I'm just trying to, acknowledge as many as I can. If I don't say your name, guys, don't think it's because I don't love you. It's just that my screen here is a little dark and I have some trouble. But
Tell Robert I've been getting up too late in the morning.
Ron said he's been getting up too late in the morning for something. But anyway, going back to Bruce, he's very positive. He's very up. Now, I want to mention something that one of our patriots said to me today. Right now, she believes that Mike Penny is the best one going out there. And I thought, wow, slapping a face to me. She thinks Mike's better than I am. And you know what, guys? She don't have to think it. I'll tell you, he is. Mike believes in God. He believes in Jesus Christ. And I don't believe Mike is going to go out there and give false information. I believe he's doing exactly what the hat, the military, and that want him to do. And that's why, he's on tonight at 8 o'clock, 20 minutes from now. So if you get a chance to watch him. I will probably watch him on the replay. So if anybody watches him, please send me the replay of him, or I can just go to my Facebook page because I'm friends with Mike there. But we do have one person that communicates with him. And Mike will tell you just what I just told you. Keep your vibrations up. It's a movie. Now, I don't know about you. I quit eating popcorn. I really did. Mainly because I was sick. Because, guys, growing up, that's the only thing we had as a snack for kids. On Saturday, we might get a candy bar or a bag of chips. But if we wanted a snack during the week growing up, it was popcorn. We used to get it from a gentleman that lived down the road from us in Buckingham. He actually, where my sister's house sits, is on the property that he used to have a small popcorn field every year. And we would go over there. Before, he would always cut the popcorn down on Halloween day. So before I went trick-or-treating, we would go over there, and the popcorn the ears of popcorn that didn't get in his wagon, we would go and pick up, and we would shell it ourselves and have our own. But when we ran out of that, we had to walk a block to get popcorn. He sold it for $0.05 a pound. Yeah, think of that. How much popcorn would you eat if you could get it for $0.05 a pound? But it's real popcorn. My sister gave me a box of microwave popcorn for Christmas, and it's a good gift. I just as soon pop my own. That's the kind of popcorn I like. Let's see what Judy has to say before we call it a night. This was compiled on Wednesday, the 27th of December at 12:01 by Judy Bidington. Welcome to the Great Awakening. They call me the sons of the storm. My mission is to welcome the storm. That comes from JFK Jr., Restored Republic Vice President. The storm has arrived from President the Hat. It's only wise to have a month's supply of food, water, cash, and essentials items on hand for your family to share with. Let us all press on and work on the Lord. So, guys, I know they keep saying this. It's only wise to have. And they keep saying it's going to shut down. How in the middle of winter can they shut things down? I mean, that's committing suicide for a lot of people. Judy, note there were live new currency rates On the Redemption Center screens on the back screens, it appeared that the new gold asset-backed global financial system would be in place and running by Tuesday, 3rd January 2024. Special miracle beds would be available to all across the globe for free sometime in January 2024. A system expected to revolutionize the health care of our industry. The first U.S. dollar, the fiat new U.S. dollar would no longer be used by 20 February 2024. The U.S. is expecting a major cyber attack back in 2020. I'm not going to read that because I don't want to get in trouble. A plan that was now falling apart as 42% of Americans were expected to join a class action suit against Big Pharma. If you were reading this update or from Operation Disclosure Official, be aware that the information has been redacted. Global currency reset, Tuesday, 26 December, Wolverine. I have word now that the appointments have started. Things are happening. Tuesday, 26 December, Bruce today. The new screen rates were on the back screens. The dinar rates were very high, as well as the dong and bond paymasters expect bond notifications to give access to funds overnight. Tomorrow, 27th December, should be significant. RV notifications should happen within 24 hours. The new global asset-backed U.S. notes will be put into the ATMs. Tuesday, 26th December, Mark Z, a couple of group leaders have started to travel back into place it with expectations of what they're about to receive. Tuesday, 26th December, Rod Steele, any time now between December 26th and December 29th. 5 days after RV begins, the public will have access to the special amazing beds. Social Security increases from $2,000 to $3,000 per month. Increases of $2,000 to $3,000 per month will begin January 2024. The R&R lump sum payment will begin for the 62 and older on January 24th. The federal U.S. dollar will no longer be used. Monday, 25th December, the new currency rates were on the redemption centers. Tuesday, 26th, the new screen rates were on the back screens. A bond paymaster expects bond notifications, give access to funds overnight. Tonight, Tuesday, the 26th and 27th. Tomorrow, Wednesday, 27th, should be significant. RV notification should happen within 24 hours. The new asset-backed gold U.S. notes will be put into the ATMs on Monday, 1 January, and be available to the general public on Tuesday, 2 January. That's when the banks will be back open. Guys, all I'm going to tell you right now is everything that's coming out is positive. Everything is good. Keep the vibrations up. As I look here right now, I see that we have 134 people on. Now, I'm going to promise you, we have some people who they love us so much. They love us so much that they left us, but they love us so much that they just can't stay away. Now, as we have 134, when I close this show out, we'll probably have about 300 to 320 views on this show already. When I go back and look 15 minutes later, we'll be at probably a viewing ship of about 80 to 100. They like to go in and do that, but then it all evens out. I don't know why they do it. I don't know why they think they have to mess with us. But you know what? For each and every one of them, I hope they had a Merry Christmas too. I hope they have a Happy New Year, and I hope sometime in the new year they find a life that they can let go of the hatred that they have developed over the years. I've let it all go. It's gone. I laugh when they do it. I constantly am getting things from Facebook. Here's your new code. Here's your new code. Every day On both of my emails, I get, here's your new code you've requested. So I talked to someone at Facebook a couple days ago, and I told them, I said, doesn't it seem funny? You see what my ISP number is here. It's not my ISP number that is requesting it. Whose is it? We know who it is. We know who it is. I'm not going to mention names, and I'll never say anything to anybody except Ron. But that person is being watched by Facebook. So you might want to go to somebody else's house and use their phone if you're going to continue. You can't get into my Facebook account. You can't take either one of them over. They have to send me a code. And I promise you, the password I have on my 2 email accounts, you will not figure it out. You're not that smart. So in closing, I just want to wish you people who will not go away a happy new year. A happy, happy new year. To everyone here, I'm sorry I had to say that. It's just I'm getting tired of dealing with kids. I love to deal with kids. I deal with 3-year-olds all the time. I don't think I should have to deal with people in their 30s and 40s and 50s who act like 2-year-olds all the time. I'm here to help people, not to hurt. If I was not able to help you, I'm sorry. Find someone who can. Mike Penny is excellent. Mark is excellent. Dr. Charlie Ward is excellent. Go to them. Good night, everyone. I love yous. Thanks for coming on. And I'll see you Friday night for sure at 7 o'clock. If something happens, we'll be on tomorrow night. I love yous all. Good night. God bless.